way. Seismicity cranked back up into magnitude 6 range yesterday, but luckily did so at the transition zone of the mantle. No damage. Speaking of earthquakes, folks, this is the best pre-earthquake anomaly team from Pakistan. They're all about it. This team is one of the ones that cited my paper on forecasting earthquakes from 2015, the one with NASA's Uyen and Ohio State's Holloman as co-authors. Here, they are looking at the thermal anomalies, OLR, which is one of the primary methods we use at QuakeWatch.net. An interesting note, the Larsen C ice shelf iceberg has morphed only slightly in the 3 years it's spent at sea, but now it's heading right at the South Georgia Island. This shows you the primary south pathway for cold freshwater melt to enter the Atlantic, by the way. New animation here from NASA shows the uptake versus emission of CO2. This actually combines two of the greater sources of uncertainty and error in climate models, bias surrounding CO2 and what exactly the oceans are doing with it. Funny story up next, combining two fields of theory about extinctions. One is much closer to reality than the other. One says volcanic cooling caused icy conditions in the extinctions, and the other had said the CO2 emitted from the volcano eventually led to major warming. They decided they weren't going to fight and just say both happened, a rapid cooling and rapid warming. Great science, guys. Last but not least, we've been taking a lot of looks inside the Earth at the large-scale internal structure, the conductive density lobes pluming out from the core mantle boundary. There is a Pacific plume and an African plume. We know that it was just recently when they announced that 2017 marked another magnetic field change acceleration that it was in the Pacific plume. But before that, the majority of the developments had been under Africa and up through the South Atlantic anomaly. Today, they are trying to nail down the shape of the African plume, and they are noticing it's not so easy. Everything from base heavy to thin and base detached seems to show up in the different models. Still have a long way to go to understand them.